When
I have a
I
holiday cough,
die.
Monet.
What?
I have a holiday cough.
A holiday cough? What does that mean?
It's the holiday season, and I have a cough.
Holiday season. I was on the plane with Dwayne. You can call me Bob. I could call you.
What is that? Holiday season. Why do you say that?
Isn't that what? Isn't that? She's an itty bitty piggy.
She didn't say holiday season, no.
What she says?
So hold on, holiday.
There's a holiday season line. I'm pretty sure. Unless I'm losing my mind. Holiday
It starts with
season.
I don't think not. Maybe in some song, but I don't. It's not an itty bitty piggy though. I think that the producer, the DJ's name is Holiday, and she goes, "Hold on, holiday."
I'm pretty sure it's a holiday season, Roberta. I think your cold is getting to your brain.
Hey, yo, I was on a plane with Dwayne. You can call me Whitley or go to hell, Maine. Listen to the baddest in the streets, the baddest in the game. Excuse me, honey, but I'm baddest in my lane.
When you was in New York, you was fucking the Yankees.
I was fucking with bass. I was pitching the Frankie. These bitches so cranky. Get him a hanky. My mommy, I'm cold. Give him a blankie. Higher than the kite, I get higher than Rapunzel. Keep it Snow White. I can buy by the bundle. Stack your cookies up for they crumble. Well, you can't do it with me. Stack your cookies up for they crumble. Don't be like the Cardinals gonna fumble because I'm gonna steal.
Can I get a line?
All the dope boys gonna feel. Well, you gonna try to sneak in your little holiday season line.
This is what she said. When I die, I can't get that riff. When I die, I think I'm in the wrong key.
Why do singers always like? You can just say I want to sing. Like Nicki Minaj never said that. You can just be like I would like to sing.
Okay,
you're that Krish vibe that we used to share back in the day.
Thank you, holiday season. Thank you, Jacob. Finally, Jacob finally hopped on the Monation train because y'all know she be bobblehead through and through.
Okay, first of all, you're horribly misrepresenting Jacob, and Jacob has done several things for you, and you never give him his dues. So honestly, I don't see why Jacob would be on your side because when he is on your side and says something for you, you don't give him any dues.
And I stand by my man.
Okay,
so like, what's Jacob's motivation to
name one thing Jacob did for me, Bob?
What's Jacob's reason
name
to advocate
one thing
for you?
Jacob did for me that you could.
There's literally just one right here. There's also several comments in the comments where they're like, I love when when Jacob and Monet gang up on Bob. It's a very common comment.
Okay, give me an example. You do about comments you see. I want to see an example. Give me ocular proof of an example you have. Okay,
it'd be auditory proof, not ocular proof. It'd be auditory proof, not ocular proof.
I want you to show me. Show me.
Give me 3 minutes. I'll pull some up.
No, Jacob, I didn't ask you. I asked Bob to drag me.
You're coming for Jacob, so you're gonna get the brunt, honey.
See how you did team up on me, y'all, but that's all right because like Dust and Maya Angelou says, I'll rise.
Dust doesn't really rise.
Yes, it does. When you hit it, dust rises.
Like I don't really understand 100% why Maya Angelou said that, but I don't know why Maya Angelou said that, but dust doesn't rise.
Yes, when you hit dust, like if there's a pile of dust, you hit it with your hand, some rises. Yes, it does. When you hit it, it rises.
Yeah, when you hit it, yeah, but also that's like saying when I throw paper in the air, it rises.
No, but that's the whole thing. Like when you hit me, I rise. Like dust, when you hit me, I will rise.
Is that what she said in the poem?
So, I think that's what the whole.
So you're just extrapolating on that, huh?
Oh my God! Why do you hate Maya Angelou? Why do you hate black women?
Okay, nice try.
Jesus!
You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I rise.
Yep.
Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? Because I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room, just like the moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides, just like hope springs high. Still, I rise.
Monet, we had that really great moment where we both convinced Bob that we didn't know what a camcorder was. That was a treasured memory for me.
Okay, that was that. Jacob, you were not helping me, honey.
Jacob, don't try to prove anything to this bitch.
He has played Beat Saber and he knows what it is.
I know he knows what it is. Thank you, Jacob.
First of all, Jacob, you have nothing to prove to Monet. Let me make that abundantly clear. You have nothing to prove to Monet.
Compilation video entitled "Monet Exchange and Jacob Ritz: From Sneaky Little Boyfriend Era to Team Monation." It highlights my journey on friendship,
Jacob,
Monet. And you're really
Jacob, you have nothing to prove to Monet.
I thought we were more than that.
Of course, Well, I don't know why you're shocked. That's how she treats all the people at the Monation. All of them. She will turn. We've documented in the last couple of episodes that Monet will do several things. One, she will lie, just straight up, bold face lie, especially when she thinks you won't catch her. She will lie. Two, she will not admit she's wrong. Monet will never say the words "I was wrong." And three, Monet will turn on you. We have documented in great detail these three things.
Well, Jacob, I have this to say to you. You thought I was feeling you? Then they go much. They get us in one. Get the day one. Like, you thought I was feeling you? I'm kidding, Jacob. You're so sweet. Thank you.
No, it's too late. Jacob's not interested. Jacob's not interested.
Oh, Jacob and I have the same birthday. Like, you're clearly attracted to what Jacob and I are putting down. Me as your platonic life partner, him as your life partner. We're both born on the same day. So I think that's what that says about you, is that nigga, you stuck on us. Okay? You need us to survive.
Are you just turning on Jacob again? This is crazy. What is your angle here?
I'm not turning on
You need us. You need us to survive. You're nothing without. What is happening?
That is to you. That's to you and me and Jacob, because Jacob and I are with the same birthday, with the same sign. We're literally the same star signs, rising everything.
I don't think. Isn't it about the time of day you were born and where you were born?
Jacob and I were born at the same time of day. Jacob, when were you born?
I was born at 3:15 a.m.
No, Jacob, whoa, Jacob, do not answer that question because Monet's going to copy your answer. So why don't you both text me individually? Why don't you both text me individually the time of your day you were born? How about that? Because Monet is a sneaky little so-and-so, and we know that for a fact, honey. So Monet, text me when you were born, and Jacob, text me when you were born.
Wait, do you want me to text you on because I know over there.
Separately, on a separate line, text message. Don't try to get cute and slick. You know that, bitch. You know what a fucking text message is.
Well, I didn't know if you want me to send it because if you want me to send it on Facebook Messenger or text.
Bitch, you know what a text message is, bitch.
Oh my god.
Money's like, do you want me to send it to our group chat? Is that what you want?
3.
Okay. And Jacob, don't be texting Monet. Because I know when you text Monet, Jacob, I know. I got your phone tracked.
If you were tracking Jacob's phone, that would be insane.
We agreed to it. Jacob and I agreed to have his phone tracked.
Yeah, Andy and I would not ever agree to that. That's not something we need in our lives.
Okay, I never got a text from Monet.
I did text you.
Interesting.
What?
Jacob was born at 3:16 and you were born at 3 o'clock.
Oh my God, we're a minute apart?
That's not a minute. That's 16 minutes, and that sounds like y'all were.
That's the same rising. That rising, they're working within the hour.
That's not Jacob. First of all, you're acting. I know when you're acting, and that was acting. Jacob, you're not Jacob. I know you. Yeah, Jake. Listen, y'all not slick. You know what right now? You have to wake up very early in the morning to get one over on me. You got to wake up around 3 o'clock in the morning, and I know that Jacob and you were texting back and forth. Y'all think I'm slow? Then screen grab me your text message with Jacob right now.
Okay, this is getting crazy.
Both of you.
Okay, you keep on keep on moving the goalpost. At one point,
because you're lying.
You keep on
because you're lying. And listen, Jacob's the difference is Jacob's not as good a liar as you. That's why Jacob started laughing immediately, and that's why Jacob said we're a minute apart. Meanwhile, it wasn't a minute apart. It was 16 minutes apart, which tells me that y'all was in cahoots.
You are.
Yeah. Caught.
This is
caught up and won't let me locked up.
This is typical about the drag queen. He keeps on moving the goalpost when we already.
You're caught.
We said like
Monet, you're caught. Just admit that you're caught. Both of you are caught. You have to wake up early in the morning to get one over on me. Even when I'm sick. Even when I have whooping cough.
I would say like at 9 a.m.
Well, earlier than y'all woke up. Work. Well, I'll say this earlier than y'all woke up today.
Wake up today.
Right.
I'm sick. I'm not well. And you still didn't wake up early enough, honey. Now if you need advice in your life and you have some shady bitches like Jacob Monet in your life and you need some advice, then that's what we're going to help you out with today. As a reminder, all of our advice is strictly for entertainment purposes. Me and Monet are not experts in any fields. We're not doctors. We're not scientists. We're not therapists. We're not psychologists. We are not teachers. We are none of these things. Although there is some great footage of Monet teaching back in the day. We are not any of these things. So just bear in mind that this advice, all of it, everything we say is just for entertainment.
What I am an expert is in gathering Bob the drag queen. So if you want expert advice on how to gather Bob the drag queen, hit a bitch up. And with
You're
that,
not even
let's
that
do the
good at
first
it.
message.
You and Jacob tried to get me as a team. Y'all couldn't do it. You bitches ain't better than me. You bitches ain't got it like me.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Y'all
Y'all,
the one of the two or the three.
literally 10 minutes ago, we were testing levels, but I was like, guys, I'm not going to be talking above this. Now you are
You say you look up to her, but really you look up to me.
You are screaming into the microphone.
You say you look up to her, but really you look up to me.
Can you turn your gate down a little bit?
No. Y'all trying to silence me? Were you silent or were you silenced? Oh my God, I'm being
You can
silent.
turn it up a little bit. Now it's a little quiet.
Okay, can we get to the first message, please?
Yeah.
Don't be rushing Jacob. Don't ever rush Jacob in your
It's
life.
loading.
Hi, Sibling Rivalry. Love you both so much. I'm watching the one about gatekeeping. I actually don't even know if there's another advisory in the future, so who knows. But just recording this now because it's sparked something in me. But I am a white-passing, light-skinned, blonde-haired-ish, blue-eyed, half-black person. My family on my dad's side is from Cape Verde, and at least my family was all very light, and so I'm half black, but I ended up looking almost completely white. But I have been growing out my hair for a year now, have curly hair, and I really would like to sometime wear it in protective styles because it's a lot to keep up with, and I know it's healthier for my hair and not always be putting it through the daily whatever and wear it in protective styles. But I don't want to get clowned. I've seen like those white boys on TikTok who have cornrows and they get absolutely shit on, and I'm terrified of that. And I also don't want to offend people, but I don't know, and I don't even know if there'll be an answer to this that you can help me with. But yeah, let me know. What should I do? I want to wear my hair in protective styles, but I look like a little white boy.
Is this zesty logic? Is this logic, but you just acting zesty?
Huh?
Do you know Logic?
No.
You don't know Logic?
No.
Logic's is a rapper who looks white, but he's multiracial.
Got it. As someone who is black but it looks white as white passing, I understand. I mean, again, obviously that's not my cross to bear in life, and that's not my experience. So I can understand how frustrating it is to want to express your culture and who you are, but feel like you're going to be ridiculed and shamed, and people are going to fucking run you off the internet because you don't look like what you are. I can understand how frustrating that could be. But it is well within your right to do that stuff, and I think you just have to prepare yourself for what that will look like with people on social media, people people IRL, and you will have to do. You get two things. Either one, you can go along with the thing and commit to having to explain yourself ever so often on the internet, or just like when people come for you, just ignore it. But I mean, I would imagine it's hard to do that when you are black. People telling you, why are you wearing those black hairstyles, white boy? Take that shit off your hair. Why are you culturally appropriating, white boy? But also your experiences, like if you say you grew up with a lot of white people and white passing people, or
is that what he said?
Well, he said all of his family is like is light and they're like blonde hair, blue eyed, right? Isn't that what he said?
I can't remember if he said that or not. To be honest, I remember he said that he's obviously got some black people.
I think he was saying that he identified he's half black, but on the side of his family that
I think he said that he's the white one. Actually, I can't remember.
I think he said most of his people were light skinned.
Got it.
Yeah. So yeah. So
to be clear, white people are not light skinned. White people have light skin, but white people are not light skinned. Right. Just like white people can't be dark skinned. White people can have darker skin than other white people, but you can't be a dark skinned white person. Well, I mean, based on the terms from what colloquially what light skin and dark skin mean, that is typically a term used to refer to black people.
Yeah. So so I think that you have to just be prepared to have to explain yourself, which sounds annoying, and I wouldn't want to have to do that. I would not want to have to explain myself away because I don't look like what you think I should, and because of all my things. So that is a very tough spot to be in.
I feel like black people are called light skin and dark skin, and white people are called fair and swarthy.
I've never heard the term swarthy.
Swarthy? You and I have talked about the term swarthy on this podcast.
We haven't. And my what I said before.
It just means you have darker skin.
I had never heard that before.
But we've talked about it, so you have heard it. You heard it when we talked about it.
I know. I'm talking about like, that was my same reaction last time. I was like, "What the fuck does that mean?" It's just not.
I don't know if swarthy is really used for black people as much as it's used for like white people with darker skin.
Swarthy,
like swarthy. Yeah, when someone has darker skin, they are swarthy. What is the definition of swarthy? Swarthy definition: dark skin. Yeah, swarthy.
Interesting.
It sounds like you're going to get shit for it. And I'm not saying the shit is fair, but you have to ask yourself: do you really want to? Do you really feel like fighting the fight every day and yelling "I'm black" in the streets every single day? Maybe it won't be every day. Maybe no one will say anything. Maybe you'll just go about your life and no one will say a word, and you're just assuming they're going to be mad at you. So, I mean, as someone who doesn't have hair, but who used to have hair and used to wear my hair in protective styles, and I mean, I don't know that I was wearing my hair specifically to protect it. I was just wearing it because it was the fashion, and I wanted to get my hair done. So I was like getting braids, or I was getting locks, or I was getting wearing my do-rags and trying to get waves. Never got the waves. I really tried with all my might to get waves. Never got them once in my life. The people who are addicted to people who like do the work to get waves, good for you, because this is a full-time job.
I mean, it's just
trying to get waves,
getting your hair braided and cornrowed and having to twist it up and lock it up.
No, because you get your hair braided like over the course of like an hour, and then your hair is just done for the next like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. When you are getting waves, you are putting on the foam and brushing it and wrapping it and unwrapping it and putting it and brushing it over and over again, and then these niggas.
Yeah, I used to have waves in middle school.
I believe you. I never did. What do you? So I mean, it sounds like you don't want to deal with the drama of it. So I would just say, just don't do it, or just say fuck it and do it. You know what I mean? Monet, what do you think about white people having black hairstyles?
I think it's really tricky. I think that like Patty tells a story often where he was on set for something like as a kid, and it was black. All the people on set doing hair and makeup were black women. So, and Patty had long hair, so they would like play with his hair, and they like taught him how to do like cornrows and they would like do it in his hair because the hair was really long. And then he was out walking the street, and this girl was like, "Why you got those cornrows in your hair? Like, why you went home, you put these cornrows in your hair, blah blah blah." And he was like, "No, like I was on set, and a bunch of black women did it on my hair. I didn't do this. Like they like taught me how to do it. I didn't do this style. Like they did it on my hair." So it's like, in that situation, right? Patty got his hair done by black women. They cornrowed his hair, or I don't remember what's cornrows. I don't think it was cornrows. I think it was braids. They put braids in his hair.
I like to imagine that Patty had a full-on Baps hairdo, full-on
helicopter
Patti LaBelle in the early 90s.
So in like those instances, like I think it's fine. But when I see white women adorning black hairstyles, it usually comes with the vernacular, and it just seems like blackfishing. Like typically when I have seen these people on social media, on TikTok or whatever with black hairstyles, it's usually the full package. They neck cracking, they tongue popping, they my man, and most likely a few niggas have slipped out of their mouth. So that I have a problem with that. You know what I mean?
I don't have a lot of white friends like that. So but I've seen it on the internet.
On social media. Like that,
Well, the short answer is I don't know why is just women and not, because you said white women. Do you not see that with white men who wear these hairstyles?
Well, growing up, a lot of white boys had it, but again, it was like in my neighborhood, right? It's a very black neighborhood. They lived in Vanderveer Projects, so like it wasn't. Again, I grew up in Brooklyn in East Flatbush, and white boys who grew up in the projects, they say the N-word, and no one like. We never.
So are you saying that the white guys were similar to the white girls who had the hairstyles as well? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they were usually from that experience. They were like from the project, so it wasn't like weird. It was like, yeah.
I grew up in black neighborhoods, but the white people in my neighborhoods had like thick Southern accents. They didn't talk like black
But
people.
were they white Southern accents or black Southern accents? It is different.
White Southern accents. They had white Southern accents.
Oh.
There were a couple of Latino guys who talked black, who used AAVE, who spoke like the black Atlanta accent, the Atlanta black accent. And anyway, so what I think about white people having I think that the criticism is completely valid. And when you have a hairstyle that you've been demonized for, or a hairstyle that you were told you can't have, or told that was unprofessional on you, and then you see someone else with the same hairstyle, a white person with the same hairstyle, just flaunting it around, that seems really, I can see why that's really fucking annoying. You know what I mean? I can see how that can really grind your gears. I can see how that can really be like, I'm just gonna wear this hairstyle, and then when I'm done with it, I'll just undo it, and then I can just go back to being a regular old white guy, and not a spicy white, as they say, these days. But I also grew up in an area where there were lots of Vietnamese people and Latinx people who were, I guess, trying to be part of the black culture because they were in black neighborhoods. So there were like lots of Vietnamese guys in my school who like dressed black. I'm putting this in quotes. Who did like quote unquote urban dress style? They were wearing FUBU, which was huge back in the day. I remember this. I remember this one Vietnamese guy named Hung who would like have this like Vietnamese / Southern accent. Like he had a Vietnamese accent, but he was also talking like black people from Atlanta.
Did they say the N-word?
No, Hung did not say the N-word. Not that I recall, or never to me anyway. Because I mean, if Hung would have said the N-word, it probably would have been a big scene at my school, I imagine. So I don't know how it was in New York City. I don't know how it was in New York City, but like in the South, if a white person says the N-word, even if they're like friends with a bunch of black people, it usually doesn't go. I've never seen someone like a white person in my childhood use the N-word and everyone be like, it's cool, he's one of us.
Yeah, that's how it wasn't like you could also, but you could tell, like you can tell when Rachel, like I don't know, it was different. You can tell when someone grew up with a black experience and it was just, you can tell when someone is using it from that experience and someone
Who's
is
Rachel?
I was gonna do a whole like Rachel Kelsey thing, whatever. But you can tell when someone comes from that experience and they use.
But who's Kelsey?
Just white bitches' names, random white bitches. But you can tell when someone uses it.
Is Rachel's a white name? Oh, work. I never thought about that.
When it comes from that experience and when they're using it to offend, like it was like different. Like when they were using it colloquially, or when
shout out to all the black Rachels listening. Shout out to all the black Rachels listening to the podcast.
Or when they were using it to offend. Like it was very different. And also, this kind of brings up the thing we talked about before between appreciation and appropriation, right? Like growing up in the islands and stuff, like when someone, like you would see white folk with braids and stuff like that, but it was socially acceptable and it wasn't weird to see. So I think appreciation and appropriation.
I don't think there's an appreciative way
it is a very American thing because of
say
how
the N-word as a white person.
Our history is.
I don't think there's any. I don't think there's an appreciative. Oh, we were talking at the same time. I don't think there's an appreciative way to say the N-word as a white person. I don't think that there is an appreciative.
Obviously, I'm talking about like wearing hairstyles and wearing garb and wearing clothes.
Yeah, is it different in the islands? Because I feel like I used to see a lot of like white people come back from Jamaica with their hair braided on like TV and at my school. So is it like having your hair braided, having a white person having their hair braided in St. Lucia, is that common?
Yeah, like on vacation, yeah. But I mean, the white people who live around, and even the people who, when I used to grow up, right? This was a long time ago, but when growing up, like the white people who lived in St. Lucia, they would have hair, they would have their hair braided and stuff sometimes as well, and it wasn't weird to see that. But I think, when you see people come for vacation and they have it done, when they come back home to America, people are like, "Girl, what you doing?" But the Caribbean people who did it, Caribbean black women there did it.
Do they have Caribbean accents?
Oh yes, they have. The
white folks have Caribbean accents.
Yes, and the Asian people have Caribbean accents.
The white folks have St. Lucian accents.
Yeah,
I'm screaming.
Bitch, when you see Asian folk with Caribbean accents, I didn't think anything of it until I came to America and I met Asian people that didn't have Caribbean accents. I was like, oh, this is different.
I mean, I knew Asian people who have Black American accents from Atlanta, but I never met. But I guess that makes sense to me because I am from Atlanta. Like my roommate in college, he's Panamanian, like white Panamanian guy, and he has a very thick but he's okay. He's his name is Jaime, right? And Jaime, he's not. I don't know if I call him white Panamanian, but he's like a brown Panamanian guy. He's like a light skinned brown person. Does that make sense?
Does he look white or does he look black?
He looks like he's kind of like Pitbull, but with hair. So like Pitbull doesn't look white, but he's not brown.
Bitch, Pitbull looks white. What?
To me, if someone like Pitbull looks like Latino, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Pitbull. I see Pitbull. He got them
Mr. Worldwide.
He's got them glasses on, bitch. No, bitch. This is a white man. Look at this man. He is white.
But I also feel like lots of Latino people are like white Latino people.
Pitbull looks white to me. Like, this is like a white man.
Well, beside the point, that my roommate did not look like Pitbull. I want to be clear. My roommate did not look like Pitbull. But in the way that Pitbull looks like a white Latino person.
Got it. Okay.
That's what I mean. Anyway, he had a thick Southern accent, a very thick Southern accent, and his name was Jaime.
Mm-hmm.
His name probably still is Jaime to this day. Probably. I haven't spoken to Jaime in a couple of years.
No, he moved to Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. Now he's Jamie.
And I think he actually lives in North Carolina now.
Oh, he definitely Jamie.
No, I mean, girl, if he was Jaime in Columbus, Georgia, he's probably still Jaime in fucking wherever the hell he is now. But he had this thick ass Southern accent. I remember being, but he also spoke. It was interesting to see people who have multiple cultures within their upbringing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you ever seen that Korean grandmother who has like the black family in Texas?
On TikTok, yeah, she's a Korean lady with a Southern accent,
very black Southern accent. And like
yeah,
they have like a blended Southern Black Korean family. It's very interesting.
What do you think of? I mean,
anyway, come on, John, stop fuck with that shit, man. I mean, like,
but there's also a combination of white people who have black hairstyles who are not having black experiences. Someone like Thorgy, who was raised in Ronkonkoma, Long Island, who is obviously not.
I'm saying every time you say Ronkonkoma, Long Island, it just.
Well, she is from Ronkonkoma. What?
Ronkonkoma just sounds like such a white place, and it is, but just Ronkonkoma.
Ronkonkoma. But she obviously Thorgy did not. Actually, I don't know if it's obvious. I've never been to Ronkonkoma, so I don't know what's going on in Ronkonkoma. But it doesn't seem like Thorgy doesn't talk like a black person. Thorgy doesn't have a black vernacular. Thorgy doesn't. But Thorgy has locks. But Thorgy does have locks. You know what I mean? And there is this group of like weird artsy white kids who what's her name? Betsy? No, what's her name?
Betsy Johnson.
Who's the Betsy Johnson who like wears her hair in these like or the Wachowski sisters. You remember the Wachowski sister was wearing locks?
Well, you know, or literally everyone in Amsterdam with their fucking locks, bicycles, and cornrows.
Counting Crows. You remember? Was it Counting Crows?
Who's Counting Crows?
It was a band, and there was a white guy with locks in Counting Crows, I believe.
That is way too Caucasian for me. I don't know what the hell.
Have you seen Shrek 2?
I mean, a long time ago.
At the beginning of Shrek 2, there's like a montage where Shrek and Fiona are like in love and like doing stuff, and it's a Counting Crows song.
You know Counting Crows. Everyone knows Counting Crows. Accidentally in love.
Shrek 2.
Accidentally in love. Do what? What'd you say, Jacob?
Shrek 2 is iconic.
Oh yeah, Shrek 2 is huge. They also sing Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, let the problem, baby.
Maybe if I hear it, I'll be like, oh, that song, but I don't.
Counting Crows was a pretty big band in the
oh wow.
early 2000s.
Yep, there he goes with his hairstyle.
And he was the lead singer of Counting Crows with his locks.
Interesting.
But also, is he? I don't. Is he white? Wait, is he
he
white?
looked black.
Oh yeah, I may have just whiteified this man. And I don't even know. Is this man white? What's his name?
He looks black.
Counting Crows lead singer.
He looks like a white person having a black person having a white experience.
His name is Adam Frederick Duritz. Oh my God, is this literally our first advice person?
Yes. Honey,
This is him.
He's what we call a Decepticon, honey. We don't know what.
No, he's a white guy with fake. Oh, he's white.
How do you know that?
I just Googled. I don't know if this is true, but according to Men's Health, he's white. According to something written in menshealth.com in 2014, he's a star of adult contemporary radio. He has elevated celebrity dating to a sport. He is a white guy with fake dreads.
Got it.
He says they're extensions.
Word.
But he does look black, right?
He looks black.
That's so interesting.
I was just about to say, comment below if y'all think he looks black, but that is so problematic, and I am not going
He looks like the actor Jacob. What's the actor's name that you love? He was in Angels in America original cast. He played Belize.
Jeffrey Wright.
Jeffrey West. No.
Right.
Jeffrey Wright. He looks like Jeffrey Wright.
No, he looks like that guy, the problematic guy that had they used to do that show on Cartoon Network where he'd do crazy stuff. The black guy. You know what I'm talking about?
What?
The black guy used to do like crazy stuff. Like he would like jump through walls. He had Obama on his show. The black guy.
Oh, Eric Andre.
That's what he looked like.
Is that on Cartoon Network?
Wait,
I think so.
it was on Adult Swim, which is Cartoon Network after dark. Google Jeffrey Wright, Monet. Y'all, welcome to the most visual podcast.
The guy in Westworld.
He does not look like no damn Jeffrey.
A little bit to me,
Bob.
I mean, Jeffrey Wright's darker. Anyway,
you must.
I mean, I don't think he looks like Eric Andre. So fuck you, bitch. You don't like Eric. He doesn't like Eric Andre. How about that?
He look like you colorblind.
How about that?
People blind. Because what the fuck?
How about that? He looks nothing like Eric Andre. How do you like it?
Now
bitch.
How you look? Now where's Barbara Walters?
Now let's go to our next question.
All right.
Hi, Bob and Monet. I need some advice. So for clarity, I am a 20-year-old trans girl, and I'm going to be moving away to college from home, far away from home. And I have really bad separation anxiety to my friends and my family and my dog. But I feel like they're the ones holding me back from flourishing and doing what I love, especially since I'm going to be living alone and I am trans. So being trans in this day and age is really hard. So do you guys have any advice for this? Because this is eating at me alive. So I need help with this. I love you guys. Sincerely, crybaby ass bitch.
Wait, I'm gonna need you to play that again in a second, Jake, because I wasn't clear what advice she was asking. But I will say this: last thing I will say about the black hairstyle thing is this. Obviously, this is a free world. You can wear whatever hair you want. But also, just know that people are free to criticize you and say whatever they want about your hair. So just know right now that whatever hairstyle you want to wear, you can wear it. You're free to wear the hair. But people are free to be like, why are you wearing the hairstyle? Mm-hmm. What's going on? You know what I mean? And if you don't want to deal with that, then don't wear the hairstyle. If you don't want people to critique your hairstyle, then maybe don't wear it, or try to be like dust and rise above it, I guess. I don't fucking know. What do you think about that, Ma?
Yeah, for me personally, I would prefer that you don't do it. But you know what? Do whatever you want.
How do you feel about Thorgy doing it?
Go ahead, Jacob.
Like, do you prefer that Thorgy doesn't have locks?
I will. I wish you would shave her hair off, but we can't change that. She's not going to do it. So.
And how would you?
You can ask her.
How would you feel about the person who called in asking for advice doing it?
No, I think that they should. You are black. Live your life. Live your black experience. I'm not about qualifying other people's blackness, but you are black, and you don't deserve. You don't owe anyone an explanation. You wear your hair how you want to wear your hair.
Interesting.
But again, you are probably going to get criticized for it. People are probably going to post into your thing and comment. Like, that's probably going to happen, and I hate that it has to happen. But as a black person, just because you don't look like other black people to them, that's not your fucking problem. And you can wear your hair however you want to wear your hair.
Which is like I said, anyone can wear their hair however they want, but different people are gonna get different shit for wearing their hair different ways, and if you don't want that shit, then don't wear your hair that way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
All right.
Hi, Bob and Monet. I need some
asking?
advice. So, for clarity, I am a 20-year-old trans girl, and I'm going to be moving away to college from home, far away from home. And I have really bad separation anxiety to my friends and my family and my dog. But I feel like they're the ones holding me back from flourishing and doing what I love, especially since I'm going to be living alone and I am trans. So being trans in this day and age is really hard. So do you guys have any advice for this? Because this is eating at me alive. So I need help with this. I love you guys. Sincerely, crybaby ass bitch.
she's an ass bitch.
Not the dog holding you back. I'm screaming. Not the dog implemented. She was like, my friends and family and dog are holding me back. I was like, not the dog holding you back. I'm screaming.
Let me say something about people love these pets. And y'all, I have a cat. I like my cat. But people who love dogs, y'all are on another fucking level. And y'all need to get y'all shit the fuck together.
Do you not love your cat?
I love my cat, but dog people are on a different level. Dog people are insane. Like cat people, we are rational. We get it. We love our pets and we're happy to have them. Dog people are fucking cult-like. Y'all need to fucking
Can you explain that to me? Can you qualify that?
Say it again.
Can you qualify that? What do you mean by that?
Like literally this person, like she literally won't leave because the dog. Like they're like obsessed with these dogs, and they're like
the dog just said the dog. She said the dog, her friends, and her family.
They have like it's just too much. Like happy.
She didn't just say the dog. She said dog, friends, and
family. The
family.
dog is a part of it. The dog out of the three is thirds. 30% family, 30% friend, 30% dog. Okay.
Well, she didn't say what percentage, but continue.
But she listed three things, so I'm going to assume that they have equal bearing. So I just can't. Like cat people, like we live with our pets. Like sometimes we see them, sometimes we don't. Sometimes they want to hang out with us, sometimes they don't. Dog people, they want to be under the fucking dog the whole time, hugging them, kissing them, letting them kiss them in the mouth. It's just too much, dog people. Calm the fuck down.
So what is she supposed to do with her dog then?
Let her stay with the family and go live your life, baby. You are 20. You need to go
But it's her dog.
You just spread your wings and
not her family's dog.
I'm sure it's a family's dog. You're assuming.
You're making a lot of assumptions. She said her dog. Too. Well, no, I'm not sure. She said my dog. She didn't say my family's dog.
Okay,
she said my dog.
When you had Grizzly, was Grizzly your dog? Grizzly was yours, but it's the family's dog. It was Justin's just as much as your mom's and Justin's, but it was your dog too.
No, Grizzly was my dog, and I went to college. Grizzly came with me. Grizzly was my dog. I went to college. Grizzly came with me.
Well, I grew up and I had pets, and yes, I call them my dogs. They were the family's dogs.
Well, Grizzly was my dog. When I went to college, Grizzly came to college. Grizzly was taking classes at Columbus State University too.
Hey, can you answer this bitch's question? Baby ass bitch.
Well, I'm interested. Well, I'm interested in this dog thing for a second because, like, I grew up in the house where my mom had this really serious thing where it's like you can't take a pet in and then just be like, well, bye. Like abandoning a pet was a really big faux pas in my childhood. You can't if you can't take care of a pet, then don't get the pet in the first place. Like, do not get a dog or a cat or a something, and then when in 3 years be like, ugh, I don't want this dog. Which is why to this day I don't have any pets. I always tell folks I don't have any pets because I know that I live a very crazy life, and I know that maybe one day I'm going to be like, ooh, I really want a dog. Maybe I really want a cat, and then down the line I realize like I can't take care of one. So I understand not wanting to, and also dogs are more needy than cats.
Yeah,
you can leave a cat at home for practically 3 days, and the cat will probably be fine when you get home.
You don't need longer than 3 days, though. 3 days is the absolute max.
You can't leave a dog at home for more than 12 hours.
Yeah,
by itself.
Yeah,
and if you do, the dog will then shit all over your house. The dog is starving. The dog is crying and wailing. Dogs can't. They don't quite have they don't have the same independence that cats do. Mm-hmm. So I understand not wanting to leave your dog behind. Friends and family, you got to move on with you got to move on from you're not like leaving them behind. You'll still reach out to them and stuff, but you don't want to what word do I want to use here? You don't want to hold yourself back for your current social situation with your friends and your family. You know what I mean? They should want to propel you forward. And there's wherever you're going to go to school, there's probably lovely community of trans people there who want to support you. There's probably a club at the school. There's probably some sort of a social club at the school for queer people, for trans people, or even if not at the school, maybe at the local LGBTQIA center. There's probably resources and communities waiting for you.
Yeah, baby. Listen, you're 20 years old. Your life is just beginning. You owe it to yourself to have as many experiences as you can now so you can make smart choices later on in life. Like 20 is when you're getting out into the world, you're experiencing a lot of things for the first time and discovering lots of things about yourself. Home will always be there. Family will always be there. I can't say friends are always going to be there because they're probably going to move along as well and have different experiences, blah, 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 blah. And you can come see the dog on breaks for the summer, for the holidays, and it's gonna be tough a little bit, but you gotta spread your wings and fly, girl. You're 20. Now is the time. And also, a friend, Andy's niece, about a cat. She was able to bring her cat to school with her and said it was an emotional support animal. And her cat lives in the dorm with her. So if you had a cat, you could have brought it with you. But the dog, you can't. So think about that.
I took my dog to school.
But your dog was not living in the dorm. She's living in the dorm with her.
Did she say you were making up? When she said she was living in dorms? When did she say she was living in dorms?
I'm assuming most people go to college, go live in a dorm.
You were extrapolating. You were making.
But you're assuming too, because she would have presented. Oh, I'm going to move into an apartment. I'm going to bring my dog. If she was moving to an apartment, I would assume she'd be like, oh, I can bring my dog with me.
Well, I took my dog to school, and I was very Elle Woods with Bruiser. No, my dog did not actually come to school.
Big ass dog.
I did not take Grizzly to school. Grizzly is a very big dog. He did not actually come to school. He was a very large dog. But I actually found being a student and having a dog pretty easy. I just came home and walked him, and I loved having Grizzly around. Oh, I miss Grizzly. What a sweet dog. What a sweet dog he was. Kind of a mess. Kind of a crazy dog. Like, he didn't jump up on people. He played too much.
Would I have liked your dog? Knowing everything you know about me.
You don't like dogs, so it doesn't seem like it now.
Right. I know all the dog people are going crazy in the comments. Monique, bitch. I said what I said. I'm a cat girl. I'm not a dog.
Jacob would. I think. Well, I don't know if Jacob would like my dog. He really liked to play. I don't even know if has a dog where there is no too much fetch. There is no too much tugging. There was never a time where Grizzly felt like he had played fetch or pulled on one of his toys long enough. It was just you would always be done before he was every single time. It was kind of crazy.
And shout out to all the cat people out there, all the cat owners / cat people. Shout out to us. We strong. We independent.
And you can go to prettylitter.com/rivalry to save 20% on your first order of Pretty Litter cat litter.
Thank you, Jacob. Thank you.
We already did our shout out today. Our shout out to all the Black Rachels. We've already done our shout out.
And today. The cat people.
I used to Black Rachels who are cat owners.
If you are a Black Rachel who is a cat owner, baby, I will not say nothing, but write a check my ass cannot cash.
I wonder if Rachel, who I went to Ridgecrest Elementary with, is listening. Rachel was a terror. Rachel made my third grade experience hell.
Why?
Because she was really into nicknames, and she gave me several very unappealing nicknames that stuck throughout my time at Ridgecrest Elementary.
Anytime you recount these stories, these people were terrible to you. To quote you, what was your part in all of that?
My part was being a black faggot.
What was your part?
Are you willing to share any of these nicknames with our listeners?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Any other questions? Maybe I can find Rachel and she'll tell you. I don't know what Rachel looks like today, but Rachel, I feel like she was short, but I was also very tall. And Rachel, I just remember that Rachel had a very adult hairdo. Rachel's hair looked like she was going to church. Rachel was this girl, but she looked like she was going to church. It was kind of crazy.
Let's go on to the next question.
Hi, Bob and Monet. So about a year ago, I started dating this Bengali boy. Before we started dating, he was just saying before we get into this, I just hope you know what you're signing up for, aka never being introduced to his friends, never gonna be accepted by his family, that I'm gonna have to be a secret. And I'm like, you know what? Honestly, like, I don't even care. Like, I'm just dating you. So, like, all those other outside things, like, aren't going to affect me. And girl, they're starting to affect me. Like, I don't know how much longer I can take of, like, hearing him tell his friends that he's single or that he's at his friend's house. And, like, the reality of never being accepted by his family, or even if I'm introduced, I'm not going to be accepted. And obviously the differences in religion. I'm agnostic, almost basically atheist, and he's Muslim. So I don't know what to do. Like, I'm really trying to feel that pressure. And mind you, we have 2 years left in college. We have the same schedule, same major. So I'm going to be seeing him every day. So it's going to be so awkward if, like, you know, I break things off. And I'm down to have him as a friend, but you already know how that's going to go. But yeah, what? I don't really know what to do. Any help you guys have would be greatly appreciated. Sincerely, conflicted queen. I love you guys.
Oh,
okay,
conflicted queen.
okay. She was like mumbling a little bit, very Monet involved. But she's dating a Bengali boy, and he's telling people that they're not together.
So she's dating. Yeah. So hold on. Oh. So she's dating a guy from Bangladesh, and it seems like he. I saw this. I just stumbled upon this area of TikTok. It was this hijabi woman, and she was like, to all the non-Muslim girls. And by the way, I am not Muslim. I don't study Islam. So this is just me reporting what I've heard this other Muslim woman say. She said, to all the non-Muslim women dating Muslim girls, like, he will drop you.
Non-Muslim women dating Muslim girls?
Dating Muslim guys. Sorry, dating Muslim guys.
Uh-huh.
She was like, he will never introduce you to his parents. He will never marry you. You are literally just for now. He will leave you for a Muslim woman.
Okay, so this is what this girl is saying. So this girl is saying that she's dating this Bengali Muslim guy, and he is not introduced to any friends. He tells people they're not together, and she's wondering if she should break it off with him.
Yeah, and it sounds like she's validating what this woman was saying on the internet. And obviously, this not go across the board for all Muslim men. Clearly, there are some Muslim men who are dating non-Muslim women who introduce them to their parents and stuff, obviously. But it seems to be there's a common sentiment amongst Muslim men who date non-Muslim girls where you're like their secret. They will never introduce you to their family. They will never tell their friends they're dating you. It sounds sad, to be honest. It sounds sad.
Yeah. My advice is, in a situation like this, I would say to follow your gut. I mean, if y'all, did she say how long they've been together?
If she did, I didn't remember.
You know, like, I think follow your gut. I think your gut is telling you what makes the most sense. If this person is not claiming you in public, and you've been together for a little bit, they are not introduced to you. And introducing to family is, I don't think that's always a signifier of how valid your relationship is or how solid.
Yeah, I've been with Monet's family. We've been friends for 12 years.
I don't think that is indicative of your value in your life, but I do think that the other things seem to be like red flags. And if your discontent is like, well, I'll see him around campus and blah blah blah, that is going to be annoying. But your peace of mind knowing that you're not with someone that is going nowhere, especially if you're dating with the intentions of possibly finding a husband or moving on to the next step, whatever, and it's clearly that's not what they're giving, I would say you need to protect your peace, girl. And also, you're blocking the possibility of possibly finding someone else that you could have all those things with. So I think, listen to your gut. If you feel like this is what it is, it probably is what it is. And then also the third thing I would say, just talk to him about it, right? Y'all have been together. You should be in a place to be like, hey, these things are happening. So you're telling Charles, Rachel, Susan, Akeem, whatever.
Black Rachel or white Rachel?
Latinx Rachel, a black Latinx.
Got it.
And so, like, what's up with that? Or like, hey, like, I'm feeling really insecure about us because, like, I saw this TikTok, aka you heard it on a podcast, about how like Muslim, like non-Muslim girls dating Muslim guys is like not good. But like, I just really need to talk to you about this because it's really like putting me like, you know, it's like fucking me up. I just want to talk to you about it. And like, you really get his temperature. Like, that is the only way to get 100% confirmation. Well, as much as he is willing to tell you about the feelings, about your feeling, I think is talking to him about it and then deciding what to do from there.
Yeah, I mean, I think that sounds fair. And unless Islam speaks to you, unless you're like, maybe I'll look into Islam, maybe I'll look into converting to Islam and seeing if that speaks to me. But you shouldn't do that for someone. To be clear, you should not convert to a religion.
Why? Charlotte did it for Harry.
I mean, people do it all the time. I think Jacob's dad did it for his mom. So people convert,
and they've been happily married for 40 something years.
They've not been married for 40 years. They've been married for 30 something years.
Same thing.
But I mean, I wouldn't convert religions for someone. But also, to be fair, I don't think that Jacob's parents are like that religious. Like Jacob's parents are Jewish, but they're not like that religious. Like when I went over there for Seder and his mom did the Seder, she was like, just to be clear, I don't believe any of this happened, but I like the tradition, so let's just do it.
I have a question. Could you date someone? Could you just date someone super religious?
No, I couldn't. I could not.
Really?
I don't think I have the capacity to date someone who's really religious. No, I really don't think.
So I could. Okay. On the scale,
I don't think I could date someone who's into yoga.
On a scale of 0 being like Jacob's family, like we're Jewish, but we don't.
I would say Jacob's family is a 0. I would say Jacob's family is like a 2 or 3.
Okay, so 0 being like
because they still do religious practices, but they're not like,
Okay,
religious.
0 being I'm religious, but I don't follow any of the traditions. I just say that I'm Jewish, or I say I'm Christian, or I say I'm Catholic.
Okay, so that is 0. Got it. Okay,
that's 0. And then 10 being like I go to church every Sunday. We have to go to midnight mass. Blah 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 blah. Like on the scale of 0 to 10, where do you peak? You're like, I cannot go further than this.
So I'm dating a 0. Wait, go ahead, Jacob.
I have a question about midnight mass.
Wait. Can you just
let me answer this? So I'm dating a 0. So Jacob does. I don't know if Jacob's parents listen to this podcast, but Jacob does some religious practices, mostly with his parents. Jacob doesn't like light the Hanukkah candles by himself.
But he does it.
But he does it with his family on Zoom and stuff. And so I'm currently dating a 0 on this scale that you have. And if it was like I don't know what a 1 is, and maybe a 1, possibly a 2. Possibly a 2. Anything above a 2, I can't date. My family is like, I would say my mom's like a 7. Like, she doesn't go to church, but she really believes in God. And like maybe an 8 even. Like if someone if my uncle has to like leave to go drive back to LaGrange from Atlanta, then the family will gather around and pray over him.
You couldn't do that.
I'm there, but like they all be bowing their heads. I'd be like, shit, lame as hell. But yeah, I mean, like if I was dating someone who wanted to pray over someone before they drove away, before they drove like 45 minutes down the road, I'd be like, I can't do this. I can't do this. No, not interested. Not interested.
Got it.
Because what if we get a dog? You gonna try to make our dog religious? Just kidding. Like, I also couldn't. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna have kids, but like, imagining raising children to be religious, to me, honestly, legit. This may be dramatic, but it feels like a form of child abuse. Honestly, raising a child to be religious, legit to me, feels like a form of child abuse.
I think there are levels to that. I think there is a threshold where it can become abuse, where it looks like crazy. But I think raising your child with some type of religion, I don't think that's abusive. I think there is a line it crosses where it could feel like abuse, yes. But I don't think inherently it is abusive.
I said what I said.
Okay, Jacob, what was your question about?
So midnight mass, people just like go to church at midnight?
Okay, I'm not Catholic.
We don't in the churches I grew up, like AME, I went to, and like Pentecostal and stuff. We don't have midnight mass. We just have like watch night service. So we have like Christmas, like service on Christmas Eve, but not like a. I think midnight mass is Catholic. It's a very Catholic thing, right?
Yeah, we should have asked Peaches Christ when she was here. What is midnight mass?
Is she Catholic?
She grew up Catholic. That's why her name is Peaches Christ. Summary: Midnight Mass explores the intersection
Should I
of.
Call him Mateo, or can someone else call him Mateo? Because I have I'm traveling, so I don't have my nice mic.
Wait, what is this? Midnight Mass explores the intersection of horror and faith, delving into what the hell is this?
You're watching that's that CV series. I'm so done.
Oh, I was like, Jesus
Midnight
Christ.
Mass In many Western Christian traditions, midnight mass is the first liturgy of Christmastide that is celebrated on the night of Christmas Eve, traditionally beginning at midnight.
Oh, it's just once a year.
Yeah, when Christmas Eve gives away.
Okay, I'm here with Mateo. We have a question about midnight mass.
Okay.
So you go to church at like midnight?
Yeah.
And then like you go home after an hour and you go to sleep, and then your children are up at like 6 a.m. wanting presents?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I haven't been to midnight mass since I was like, I don't know, 6 or something. I think you do.
That is wild.
Why?
I just think it's like going to church at midnight and then like going home and then everyone wake up really early for Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, when has Catholicism ever been not weird?
T.
Touche. All right, thank you, Mateo.
Thank you so much.
Oh, that's
Thank
it.
you,
I just
Mateo.
get a
We love
thank
you,
Bob. That's all.
And I love you. And I love you as well.
Oh, so you heard it, Bob,
Amazing.
drag queen. You don't have me on this motherfucking phone call too?
What is that?
Well,
Is this
Bob's the only
echo?
one that spoke up, Monet. You hideously ignored me.
Thank
you.
you.
Where are you guys how are you guys spending the holidays?
Bob is gonna come over to my house.
Wait, what? Do you hear the echo? Do you hear this echo, Monet?
Oh, sorry, that's me.
Yeah,
I switched to off headphones. I'm gonna. Oh, my echo cancellation is off because I was using headphones.
Can Mateo hear us still?
Yeah, he can hear.
Yeah,
you.
I can hear.
Potato, where are you? Christmas. You and your husband.
Oh my god, the echo is wild.
I'll go. We're gonna do gay shit and then open presents. That's it.
Oh, we love that.
This is your first Christmas as a married woman. Congratulations.
We can't keep the echoes wild. We can't. This is wild. I love you, Mateo. I love you, Mateo.
It is.
Bye.
All right. I
love you,
all.
Potato.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Bye.
Sorry.
Bob, why do you hate Italians?
We cannot. That was not auditorily pleasing. By the way, I just read a Reddit article about me that was really.
You just read a what?
I was annoyed. I don't even know how to respond to it. To be honest, I was scrolling through Reddit today, and I found this article about me that
frozen.
I was scrolling through Reddit today, and I found this article about me that was really upsetting, and I was like, "What?
What was the article?
I don't even know how to respond to this."
What was the article?
It was a post. It said, "I can't watch Bob's content anymore," and it says, "It's not what you probably think it's gonna be." So basically, I genuinely can't watch anything with Bob in it anymore because she keeps kind of sucking up her snot with her nose, and it's become really appalling to me. I really love her humor and personality. I would love to be able to listen to Sibling Rivalry, but she keeps doing that every few seconds or so, and I literally just can't. This is no hate to her. I'm just curious if I'm the only one. And it's like 175 comments being like, yeah. And I'm like, guys, I literally can't help it. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I'm not. And some folks like, I think he's doing it on purpose. He's doing it to punctuate his jokes. I'm like, I'm really not.
Okay,
I'm literally just trying to breathe.
Let's focus.
All I'm trying to do is keep breathing and stay alive.
Let's focus on the good things. They think you're very funny. They love your content. They love everything you do. So let's focus on the positive of this message. I'm gonna that's what I'm gonna extrapolate from that post. And
I don't need no toxic positivity in my life.
What?
I don't need no toxic positivity in my life. I was just like, and there were so many people like, it's disgusting. I'm like, okay, maybe it is. But guys, I literally cannot help. I literally can't help it. I don't know what you want me to do. Like, what?
Well, is this sinus thing? Can a doctor fix it?
I think I have a deviated septum.
So I think you have to get your septum undeviated.
I don't want to go get surgery. Like, I don't feel uncomfortable. I don't feel uncomfortable. This is how I have been my entire life. So I don't have any like discomfort with the way that I sound or the way that I speak or the way that I don't have any discomfort. Apparently, at least 175 people are like, it's actually got 695 upvotes. I was like, this is wild.
Okay, I don't know how Reddit works. Is that a lot? Like, I don't get the upvote thing. I know comments,
pretty average.
But
I mean, like if you go on
so
the RuPaul's Drag Race Reddit,
like that's a single person has upvoted it.
Upvoted thing of all time, it's probably going to pale in comparison to that. You know what I mean? Like the most upvoted thing of all time on the RuPaul's Drag Race Reddit has 23,000 upvotes.
This is so bad.
I think we need to stop. We need to wrap this up. So we're at time, and you're freezing a lot, Bob.
You're freezing a lot, Roberta.
Damn, y'all dragged me. Drag me. Oh my god, the number one upvoted thing on Reddit is from RuPaul Drag Race is one of my tweets. That's funny. I just now realized that it has 23,000 upvotes.
What tweet?
It's a tweet that said, "I don't think I'll ever be able to forgive America for what we did to Bernie Sanders." That was a tweet.
Oh, that was back when you were in your Bernie or bust era.
I was never Bernie or bust.
Oh, your Bernie bro.
Let's
era.
make that abundantly clear. I was never Bernie or
your
bust.
Bernie bro era. That was real. You were Bernie bro.
Okay, I will take Bernie bro, but I was never Bernie or bust. I want to make that abundantly clear.
This is true. That was. You're right. You're right.
And to all you.
Oh my god! Yeah, great. Just double down.
Double down on my body? Yes, I will double down on my body.
Also,
you're right.
I feel like people ask why we don't edit out the things of podcast, like edit out the sounds from podcasts, and it just happens a lot, and it makes it like weird jump, especially for the video episodes, and also just like it's a lot to ask our editors to like consistently edit out every shuffle. So it's it's part of the audio landscape of our podcast, and it's what makes us lovable.
Jacob,
it brings personality to Sibling Rivalry.
Jacob, how do you feel living with someone who's constantly sniffling?
It doesn't bother me. It's honestly never bothered me. And I think it doesn't bother a majority of our podcast listeners.
Okay, do you want to ask me?
Does Andy
you don't live with the person. Yeah, does Andy sniffle?
No, I mean, but being best friends with someone that sniffles a lot. You want to ask me how I feel?
Kamika sniffles? What is it like when they're being friends with someone who sniffles a lot?
It's something I've had to work through. Something that's been hard for me, but it's getting better. And I think I'm going to choose to be optimistic about the situation. And that's how I feel.
Monet used to do this where she would plug her ear and make this weird noise. While like scratching. Yeah. So let's let that be our lasting thought.
I can't with this.
Yeah, Bob, you keep on freezing. I'm so sorry, but
I don't know. All right. Well, goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. You've been wonderful.
Not coming out tonight.
Hook me out, Sandman. Let's go. Hook me out, Sandman.
Thank you so much for listening.